Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to Patches Jr., aka Bat Ears McGee, because the way he crinkles up his ears. And today is Saturday, the 8th of July. It is 6:52 a.m. Here is Mr. Fuzzy trying to find his bed, looking for his bed. He was sleeping, and I took him out from underneath his wheel, and now he's like, What? Well, I don't understand. I had Bobo out earlier, but, Bobo Jr., but he was out long enough that he was starting to get kind of hyper because he wanted to go back to his bed. Like this little fella, I'm going to put him back in his bed now. Here we go, little guy. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Snort. But because they're not domesticated, so they're not really tame animals, and so he wanted back to his bed, and he wanted back to his bed now, and so he's getting hyper about it. You got to remember, they're not domesticated or anything. They're still wild animals. They're tame wild animals, because I start at not birth, but when their eyes open and then they start running around, it's generally safe to start touching them. Mama doesn't care about that point. So I start putting my hand in the cage and letting them run over and sniff and nibble and climb and explore and dig around and up and on my hand, and I just keep it there and I let them do that for a couple minutes, letting them run around, know my smell, and then I'll take my hand out. And I do that just a couple times a day until they start getting a little older, and then I'll pick one up but not do anything, but just pick it up and then hold it like this, and then with my hand on the bedding so that it can leave my hand, and then it gets to know that being picked up doesn't mean it's dangerous, just means you can run away again. And so they learn that if they get picked up, they're not going to get killed. Part of it too, I've always wondered. Now I'm going to go grab Bobo. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. You're a sweetie. I love you. And I do, too. I love all my handies. But it makes me wonder how much of their behavior... Oh, you got bedding caught on you there. Or do you? Or is it a foot? Nope, it was bedding. Well, he had a foot caught to him, too. He's got 4 feet caught to him. But how much of their behavior is less being tamed and used to the smell of me and all that, and how much of it is actually learned helplessness? Because a lot of animals in zoos act the way they do because of learned helplessness. They know that there's no hope, there's no reason to fight back, there's no reason to struggle. No matter what they do, end result is what's going to happen is going to happen. So they learn not to fight. Learned helplessness. And it makes me wonder how much behavior of a domesticated hamster is learned helplessness. I don't know if they have big enough brains to learn learned helplessness, but it makes me curious. And he's a good little guy. He's an absolute sweetheart. It's unfortunate that he's losing control of his bladder, but that's life. As long as he's close to his cage, he's pretty good, but so far he's lost control of his bladder with no warning at least twice. So thumbs up on that. I have no pocket, so I can't put a hamster in my pocket right now. I'm sorry. I have a list of things I wanted to talk about. Well, subjects, possible subjects, of course. And I don't go into this with the hope that I'm going to be able to hit them all, but it's just I need to process, and instead of just like I used to do, which was start talking and hope I could think of something, is a list of stuff so I could start processing that one. Seems to work a little bit better, somewhat, sort of. We went cannabis shopping yesterday, so I have, for the moment, more bud. I have a tube of RSO, Rick Simpson oil, and we have some oil. So yesterday, after we'd gotten all that, we took some dabs. I got about 4 dabs, and then my housemates had to leave for a couple hours. And then they came back and we had dinner. And it was good because we hadn't had any real food in the house for a couple days, but we were finally able to go shopping too. And so we got food and we had dinner, and then we had some more dabs, and then I went to bed because I was so tired. I was falling asleep. I only got an hour and a half worth of sleep yesterday, the night before, because of pain. I didn't have any oil dabs, barely any bud. I was out of RSO, went to bed at 1 o'clock. I was out of bed at 3:30 because it hurt. So last night I went to bed at about 11 o'clock. It was 5 o'clock before pain finally woke me. 6 hours of sleep. So awesome. Cannabis is a lifesaver. I mean, without it, I hurt so much. I mean, even with it, with just bud, it is painful but livable. And then add the cannabis oil to it, and life becomes more fun. And then add the RSO to it, the Rick Simpson oil, which from what I've actually read is more of the reclaim from people using their oil rigs, mixed and processed and then packaged. And this stuff is 33% CBDs and 26% THC, the stuff I use. The CBDs are the non-psychoactive painkiller of the cannabis plant. That stuff is incredible. You could take normal people, you could take a complete 33% CBD, 0% THC pain thing, and you will have total pain control and zero effect psychoactively. It's awesome stuff. So 33% CBDs and 26% THC. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. THC on itself is a good painkiller. All the cannabidiols are good painkillers, but some of them, like the CBDs, are more directly pain killing and nothing else. So thumbs up. Just thought I'd mention. And then there's I've been following through this one channel, and I wanted to talk about this fella too. There's a guy called Sid Alpha. He runs a good gaming channel. He's been running this channel, his channel, about as long as I've had my channel. He's just recently passed 50,000 subscribers. He's a really good guy. He puts a lot of heavy-duty work into his channel. He covers asset flippers, bad development behavior. He takes a look at indie games coming out, plays them, reviews them. He's a really cool guy. He's also been covering, there's been this person called Alex Maurer, and she's been going absolutely insane. And just so that if people know about it and ask, yes, you know, it's she. I know the background in detail. She identifies as she. So it's she, Alex Maurer. But the DMCA strike's just been like almost just a wreaking havoc, horrible havoc with DMCA strikes that she doesn't own copyright to, but saying she does, and it's been going insane. She was involuntarily put into an asylum for her own help, and then after the couple days were over, couldn't hold her any longer, she continued again. It seems to be stopping now, maybe, but she still doesn't understand. She's opened up a can of worms where she is going to be, she's going to be in the legal forefront for years. People are going to be tying her up in courts. It ain't pretty. And she still doesn't understand that she's the bad guy in all this. So it's going to be fun in court. But still, Sid Alpha, thumbs up. I doubt I'm going to have a thing up here. I might, if I remember, you know, to show where his channel thing and all that. But hopefully I got a link down there so they can go check the channel out. He's a cool guy. Good stuff. And, of course, I can't remember if I talked about this one yesterday. I've read about this before, and I read another thing again in cracked.com, which is David Wong, whose name is not David Wong, but that's his, you know, nom de plume, has written a couple articles about weight, fat. And so far, I am a statistical anomaly, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay this way because of the way the human body works. Statistically, the number of people that lose weight and keep it off is 0. The number of people that they have found that have been able to permanently lose weight is so close to 0, it doesn't even get listed on the charts. You are a dieting success if you can lose permanently 5% of your body weight. If you can go from 300 pounds to 285 pounds and keep it off, you are a dieting success. Because that's all that anyone has ever been able to keep off. Ever. And it's not a willpower thing, because as they found, you know, for people with the signals that they get after you've lost weight, the food signals you get is like, for someone who starts off at like a normal, well, let's say 200 pounds like me, who just goes to 200 pounds and stays at 200 pounds. It's going to have different food signals than someone like me who had bloated up to 325 and then lost half my body weight. I'm at 200 right now. You, as a normal person who has never been fat and then lost weight, go without food for 72 hours. By the end of that 72 hours, you're going to be struggling really hard if you can even do 72 hours. The signals that you get at 72 hours are what a person who has lost weight gets all the time. You can't fight that. There's no willpower that can fight that. When you've got 72 hours, your body is starving messages slamming into your brain after just 4 hours after eating. How can you fight that? You can't. It's every second of the day. Thumbs up. And then, of course, there's the big thing with tablets, and not tablets. Where did tablets come from? Consoles with 4K resolution. We're starting to get to the point where we're passing the resolution of the human eye. 4K resolution might be that point. I can't remember the exact level of detail you get where you pass the resolution of the eye, but either 4K is that level, or it's once you hit 4K going past that, you're only making differences and changes that machines can detect. Our eyes don't have a greater resolution. You'll never be able to see that difference. You can't. It's impossible. So thumbs up. And as this one fellow also talks about, it's like Young Yan. I can't remember exactly how to pronounce his name. He's a real cool guy, runs a really cool gaming channel too. But he talks about this. It's like, you know, what consoles should be doing is quit this 4K stuff and concentrate on giving 60 frames per second, not 30. Don't do 30 frames per second. Don't do 30 frames per second at 4K. Give us 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second, and that is going to be a big, big difference. The small graphical difference between 1080 and 4K, it's there. You can see up to that wall, but with games, graphics are not the point. Gameplay is the point. That's why a lot of these old games are classics and people still play them now, even though it was 8-bit graphics or 16-bit graphics, because they had to concentrate on the gameplay, the game. Which they're not anymore. They're going, oh, 4K graphics and we pump in this much graphics, and who cares? Just give us graphics good enough and then pump in the gameplay and you will suck us in. So drop the 4K, give us the 60 frames per second. Even I would like that. Gosh golly gee whiz. Oh, 14 minutes and change. I am going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people on the comment section of my channel, because I like to thank people, and I do a range of 20 to 25 because I'm absolutely terrible at counting, and I'm quite sure I lose track of what I'm doing. If I mispronounce your name, my sincere apologies. I'm terrible at names. I'm an American English speaker. I'm better than I thought I was, but I'm far, far, far from perfect. It's a range, and if you'd like a shout out and I catch it, drop it in the comments. If I catch it, you got a shout out. I did not see any, but Bloodline, thank you so very, very much. And then there's Shadow Wolf 2017, thank you. And Breaker Games, thank you very, very much. I Don't Even Know, thank you, greatly appreciated. Strax Xeon, thank you, greatly appreciated. Hard to say, but still very, very cool. Alexis Fetty, thank you very, very much. Mika Mach 5, son of a gun, thank you. Oh, it looks like Kristen, but it's Christ and then a 10 and then AN, so thank you very, very much. Rick Vector, thank you very Victor, not Vector, Rick Victor, thank you very, very much. Shane McMahon the best, son of a gun, thank you very, very much. And Meme Lord, thank you, greatly appreciated. Alejandra M, thank you. And Lambo Rambo, greatly appreciated. And then there is Icy Jake, thank you very, very much. Zorian Brown, thank you, greatly appreciated. Stefan Marinkovic, thank you very, very much. And then there is Avi, thank you, greatly appreciated. Secretly 365, thank you very, very much. And then there is Olathiastrox, I hope I'm close, thank you very, very much. Easyorn, thank you, greatly appreciated. And then there is Azaya Yabia, thank you very, very much. Patrick Drew Sisson, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Justina Aquavita Mez, thank you. And Morgan Gaskin, thank you very, very much. And then last but not least is Mateusz Balcher, not Belcher, thank you very, very much. Sorry about that. Mateusz Balcher, B-A-L-C-E-R. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And I have enough time now, amazingly. I'm going to do my greetings, which I couldn't yesterday. I ran out of time. I'm going to greet everybody, not thank people, greet people in their home languages. If you'd like to hear a greeting in your home language, if you drop it into the comments, if I catch it, it's going to go on the list. Bom dia, dia did, dia gled, guten tag, annyeonghaseyo, buenos dias, bună dimineața, ohayo, labrit, labas ritas, kamusta, buongiorno, terahomokust, yoragelt, boira baivi, barilus, ni hao, kalimera, bonjour, boker tov, dzień dobry, or less formally, chest, labdien, dobre utro, mesa ol heli, which is actually good afternoon in Arabic, dobre rano, bereda, privyet, merhaba, and merhaba is, of course, good afternoon in Turkish, since I don't know how to say good morning. I do know how to say good morning in Arabic. It's in the comment section. I need to move it on to there. I'm sorry, I've been kind of slow on that. And of course, go forth and have the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. Definite thumbs up on that. A very, very good thing. Well, it's 17 minutes and change. The time has slipped away from my fingers like sand, grains of sand through fingers on your beach. Gone. These seconds, these minutes passed, never to come back again. I have a finite amount of time left in my life. Probably 20 years left, if I'm lucky, maybe 25. And each of these moments are gone and will never be back. As I get older, these moments will become more precious. Will I spend them any more wisely? That's a good joke. Anyway, at 18 minutes and change, if you could check out my links down there, that would be awesome. You just click show more, they open right up. You can check those out. That would be quite awesome. Thank you very, very much. There's like some merch you can check out. I've got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google Plus, my blog, all these things. And my thanks especially to everybody who's donated to my GoFundMe account. Thank you so very much. I wish I could say I don't need help anymore, but if you could continue to donate, that would be awesome. I'm going to get rid of my storage unit as quick as I can. That will help. Incredible. My thanks especially to everybody who's donated to my, my sincere apologies. I goofed that one up entirely. My thanks to my Patreon.com patrons. Thank you so very, very much, each and every one of you. It's because of you I've been able to continue living in this home. Thank you so very much. You are all beautiful, awesome people. Well, in fact, all of you are, not just the Patreon.com patrons. Thank you so very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be awesome. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up on that. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated if you do that as well. I'm not for everybody. I understand if you don't want to. Yeah, I mean, my videos are kind of weird. I'm just an older guy. Thumbs up on that. So if you don't want to, don't. If you don't want to subscribe, don't. Just save yourself the trouble. But if you do want to, thumbs up. I'll keep you as entertained as I can from now until the end of time. Thumbs up on that. I have a walkies video coming up. I have a reaction video coming up. A game video coming up. So it's going to be a busy day. So you take care. Have a great day. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.